Okay, I am live, and every time I start doing lives, and I see the number 0, there's always this fear that I'm gonna be completely by myself here. Luckily, it still never happened, but maybe there's gonna be a first. Who knows? Meanwhile, I'm gonna start sending some links. Okay. So, let's do this. First of all, get shareable link and throw it into my Discord. I am live. We are live. And to my Telegram channel. Where is my Telegram channel? And so now we wait. And actually we have 4 people. Janine, it just popped up for me. You were on. Yeah, it's kind of, more of a spontaneous live stream. I was hoping to do it today and I didn't do any big announcement. We don't have any big topic to discuss. It's just, me wanting to spend some time with you, basically talk about some stuff, about anything else, basically. So yeah, like one of the best shows I have watched lately is For All Mankind. It was really good, especially the first 2 seasons. And I'm excited for season 5, even though season 3 and 4 were not that great, honestly. I'm still very excited. And yeah, because I love everything that it's space related, and it had a lot of history that I liked to analyze. But especially the first 2 seasons were so heroic. Like I've seen so many scenes that inspire me, which something that I really miss in modern Hollywood. It doesn't inspire anymore. It's just showing you the main message for Hollywood right now is there is no good and bad, and everybody who is bad, they are what is going on with my beard today? Behave normally. And it's okay, I guess. I'm okay with that message. Obviously, the world is way grayer than it's black and white, but still, I enjoy those stories that just basically people being brave, heroic, doing something amazing that inspires other human beings. This is my favorite stories usually. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and hopefully season 5 will be not already completely sci-fi, and will actually provide some real interesting science, and it will give me a lot of ground to cover while analyzing the TV show. I didn't send the link in the Telegram. Oh shit! Here is the link. Oh no, I didn't send the link. Let me send the link in the Telegram. Copy. And my Telegram. Sorry, here is the link. So I see people already in the chat. There are some people watching right now, so I would love to know, how are you? What's up? What's going on? I know it's kind of an early time for United States, So probably not many people gonna visit. Uh, pa, 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 pa. Okay, bro, I was listening. You have Georgian nickname. Are you from Georgia? Like, I cannot read Georgian, but I live here right now, and bro, I was listening to science podcast about Bermuda Triangle, and this guy was saying that Jamestown was one of the first towns established in United States. Most of the ships were disappearing in that area. Really? Monsters in From Bar Jamestown School uniform? Yeah, that's correct. Honestly, I don't know if it's something to grab on. But, well, this is interesting. I should definitely check it more. Let's see. Jamestown, Bermuda Triangle connection. Oh fuck, I'm writing in Russian here and I'm not even seeing it. Okay, Jamestown, Bermuda Triangle. What it's gonna give me? Okay, so Jamestown, Virginia and Bermuda are historically linked as part of the 17th century Atlantic Triangle, with Bermuda, settled 1609, acting as a crucial survival outpost and supply source for the starving Jamestown colony. While not directly tied to the Bermuda Triangle mystery, both locations were linked to the perilous wreck-prone ocean routes of the era. Okay, the modern Bermuda Triangle legend involving alleged disappearance in the Atlantic between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico is a 20th century concept not associated with the 17th century colonial history. Can you send me the link for the podcast? Look, I'm not saying, wow, that's amazing. Also, I'm not saying bullshit, because sometimes podcasts can be very interesting and very informative. Sometimes it can be just people looking for clicks, like saying the most bizarre, weird things just, to create this wow effect. So this is something I would definitely love to check myself and recheck the sources. Usually when I find something that screams check it, I always try to check my information at least once or twice, but sometimes I feel like, I need some proof here and a lot of proof. Because I'm not convinced. And if I'm not convinced, I'm definitely not going to be able to create a story in my videos or in my live streams. Oh, podcast is in Georgian, bro. So shit, I'm not going to be able to understand anything. Sorry. I'm trying to learn some Georgian, but it's a difficult language. Even though it's probably with every language, you have this breaking point when suddenly it makes sense and everything else starts to make sense. But maybe I'm too old for this shit. Okay, monsters. I haven't watched Monarch. Is it good? Well, honestly, objectively, not really. If you're looking for a compelling story, likable characters, interesting, inspiring storytelling and screenwriting, no, fuck no, not even close. But if your guilty pleasure is like mine and you enjoy watching Godzilla kicking the shit out of other big monsters, or Kong doing the same thing, then this is your cup of tea. Now think about this, the first season, you have two stories, one in the 50s of the previous era, previous 1950 something, and the other is in 2015. So in the 1950s, you have this Japanese scientist who is being accompanied by an American scientist, cryptozoologist, whatever this is. They're looking for these weird animals not seen on Earth, and also by a veteran. who is helping them. So this is a trio, and they are building this organization, like the Monarch organization, and they're like working with the United States military with all of those complications. This is where they get their budget, but obviously the military has their own interest and agendas there, so they're trying to navigate all of that. So they're basically like the beginning of one of the most important organizations in this world, in this fictional world. And the other story is about like some girl and other girl, Brett, and another guy who is a whiny bitch. So yeah, like, but for some fucking reason they decided to put way more focus on the second group of heroes. So yeah, like, but once again, every time there's Godzilla on the screen, I'm happy. And I love this fictional world. This is like maybe a child in me, but I love watching Godzilla kick the living shit out of other monsters. Hi, my brother from another lifetime. Hello to you too. We are formally together and we are all brothers and sisters. Hey, Ankui Dieter. Hey, hi everyone. Hi. Why everybody ignore railway in From? I wouldn't say I ignore the railway. I was definitely talking about this at least once or twice. Like, I don't remember exactly, probably in my analysis of the first season, of the first episodes, when we clearly see the railroad. But also, simultaneously, we don't have that much information. And look, I'm as guilty as everybody else, as every other YouTuber, when I'm like doing my theories. There's always a room for imagination, for fantasy, for like, if I was telling this story, this is what I would use. But I also try not to go completely off the rails, like this is the train and this is why there are aliens there, because they like trains or something like this. So far, like, sometimes I can get a lot of information and there's still nothing there. And sometimes I can get like 2-3 pieces of information and it's already pushing me into some direction. And then I start to build this theory, like, okay, this is something that I want to explore in this TV show. And it's with the railroads, meanwhile, nothing. Like, the only thing that comes to mind that hopefully, not even probably, but hopefully, this is something that's going to be visited in the flashbacks about the Civil War period, and if it's going to be a Civil War period, whatever it is, but hopefully there is something that's going to be there. Ankui Dieter became a motivator. Thank you so much, so much. I do appreciate your support. By the way, since we're seeing some Fromily here, I just want to show off some of the people already purchased my new merch. I think it's a cool one, and I just want to show off. I know it sounds like I'm trying to make money and shit, but I always am. But I'm not always doing this. I'm not always be closing like what was his name? Always be closing. Baldwin in this movie, Glenn Ross, his like famous speech, always be closing, ABC, always be closing. I'm not trying to always be closing, but since we're talking From, and since we're talking support here, let me first of all hide myself and show you my screen. Look, it's pretty cool, I think. Where's my channel here? Let's go, let's say here to one of my videos, and I'm gonna find a store there in the video. Yeah, so you see, you have like this cool t-shirt. You can see the design. Obviously it's something recognizable, even though I was pretty careful to not to trigger any copyright. This is inspired by From. This is not an image of From, obviously. So you have different like t-shirts, hoodies. I kind of like the mug. And and you have what is funny to me, this is something that was done by a designer for me, and this is something that I done myself. I just like orange on black, so I was like eat, drink, watch from, craft theories, sleep, repeat. This is basically my life when season is out, when the new season is out. So I was like, yeah, it was not really a difficult process for me to write this text. I was like, okay, so you eat, drink, you watch from, you craft theories, you sleep, and then you repeat this shit until the season is over. And I really enjoy this. I think this is a very cool t-shirt. Anyway, if you're interested, you can more than check it out, more than welcome to check it out, but let's come back to our conversation. And once again, thank you, Dieter, so much for your support. I can see that you sent also a Geekademy gift membership to somebody. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Monarch season 2 episode 1 was good. Yeah, obviously, yeah, actually it was good. I watched it with one eye. I was sitting with my child, so I wasn't really focused, but I downloaded it already. So hopefully I will find some time to do also an analysis if there is something to analyze. I really do want to make some different analysis, not only from two reasons, because I obviously am not watching only from, and I would love to talk to you about other topics, but also I want my channel to be alive even when from is not relevant, so between seasons. And maybe I'm wrong, but hopefully I can give an interesting and engaging content on different topics other than from. But I wouldn't say like Monarch would be my first choice to dive into this TV show. Because there are so many movies that I missed, like they doing some completely stupid shit. They're like Godzilla versus two Godzillas, and then Kong is riding the Godzilla. They don't even know already how to entice the audience to go to the theaters. So like, yeah, come on, Godzilla will be the Godzilla 2, whatever. So yeah, Monarch is cool. For All Mankind, this is like one of my biggest regrets. I just swallowed, I think in a month, even less, I swallowed 4 seasons. Like every free second that I have, I'm watching For All Mankind. And when I was watching the first season with the alternative, like if you're not familiar with the TV show, this is basically an alternative history. So what would happen with the space race if the Soviets were the first ones on the moon before the Americans? So how would it affect the world and the future of the space race? And there's so many interesting things that they discovered ice, for example, on the moon. And I'm completely oblivious about the shit. I'm interested, but in school I wasn't listening because all of my teachers were not as interesting as a TV show on Apple TV Plus. So also because I was probably lazy. And then I was like, okay, is this something that has basis in real life? And it's like, no, it doesn't have any basis. This is real life. There is ice on moon, and you can transfer this ice into an energy in order to move into the next planet. So in theory, it is possible to transfer moon into a a sort of a gas station in space. Like you go to the moon and then you refill there with different energy, because once again the gravity on the moon is 1.6 to 6th, not 1.26, but the 6th of Earth gravity, so 6 times weaker than ours. So you don't need that powerful burst of fire and energy and gasoline like in the rockets that we use right now. And so you can see, I can speak a lot about this thing. And since it's not relevant right now, it's kind of annoys me because I would do a lot of content on this TV show. Now, season 3, 4, it's already very science fiction-y. Way more than the first 2 seasons that were basically looking at the history of space race, and now it's already Mars colonization and blah blah blah. And season 5 teaser, they're already almost Star Wars type of shit there. So it's still interesting, but it was a miss. It was a big miss for me that I didn't analyze this TV show when it was going out, and yeah, it's sad. Okay, I can see here people. Oh, I always love when people in chat are like, "Hey you" and "Hey you," and like I can see there is like a group of people that know each other. Especially with Fromily, it's like we see each other in every other live stream that is basically about From. So yeah, it's cool. Now my goal is, I kind of want to make. I already tried to do this, but I really hope to do this now. It's like every Sunday or maybe some other day, same time, we gather once a week and we all just discuss shit. Not talk about like, no, don't have to be, it's a new teaser or it's a new trailer. Obviously, when there are those big events, we're gonna gather too and we're gonna discuss and we're gonna talk about it. But why not every week we gather? It's like, think about like a book club, like, or whatever it's called, like any or people that gather to play board games. You gather to play board games, but you also gather to spend some time with the people you like, usually, hopefully. So yeah, this is the goal. I want to make this like once a week gathering. No obligations, no anything, no need for event, just, hey, what's up everybody, what were you watching, something interesting, maybe some idea, this is what I was watching, this is what I was reading, this is the interesting idea I had. By the way, since we're talking about interesting ideas, with my Russian speaking audience, I'm rewatching season 1 right now. Since, you know, when you watch something in Russian, let's say the copyright laws are way less strict. And there is this moment, now everybody who is into From, tune in right now because I need your input. And probably this is something I'm going to make a video about this tomorrow. And hopefully there's going to be a lot of videos in March. I want to do a lot of videos in English. Hopefully every day a video. It doesn't have to be like 1 hour video, probably not. Maybe even like short videos, like 3-4 minutes, but I just want to do something every day. So think about this. Okay, season 1, episode 2. Now we have Ethan going through his shock after the injury, and he starts to, you know, convulsing there in Christie's arms and in Jim's arms. And when he wakes up, he's like, you remember it, like, I saw the Lake of Tears, it was a drawing on the wall. And then he says something that it's kind of, I never focused on this, but he says, I was there and Julie was there, and so also mom and dad was there. Now, I have seen Victor's images countless times, Victor's drawings. I don't remember a drawing there of the family, of, you know, of the Matthews family. There are some families there with way more than 4 people or less people. Even if there was like a drawing of 2 people, like a husband and wife, and then 2 children, a girl and a boy, I think they are the same size. So it's Eloise and Victor, because Julie's and Ethan's difference in age is way more significant than between Eloise and Victor. So if Ethan has seen the drawings on the wall in Victor's room, and he has seen their family, he's not saying it's our car, he's not saying it's us in the car, he's saying, I am seeing their mom and dad and Julie and me. And we still haven't seen this image. And he has seen, okay, this is first of all. So probably he has seen something that hasn't happened yet. And he was convulsing. So he was touching something similar, those plays, this, I don't know, this spirits, whatever it was, just like Sarah when she got a message to kill the boy, and just like Elgin when he got a message from the boy in white about the song. They come, they break, then steal, no one here is free, they come from the best blue melody, whatever. So when you touch this place somehow, or it's connecting you somehow, so you're seeing something, you're seeing visions. So somebody sent this vision to Ethan about an image, about a drawing that still is not even drawn. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Why would they put some emphasis on it? And also the continuation of the speech is that, and then like everybody screamed because the spider came from the ceiling. So we know the image, there is a drawing of the spider came from the ceiling and he's actually going down on the lake of tears. You know what I mean. He's not going down on the lake of tears, he's going down and there is the lake of tears there. I guess my not perfect English provides some entertainment for you. Anyway, so now what I'm trying to say is that there is a purpose behind those visions, right? So if he has seen just the Victor's room when he was drawing the image of the car crash and everything else, why would you add that he has seen the family if there is no drawing of the family? And we know that Victor draws only something, usually he draws only something that already happened. Because you remember also in season 1 in episode 3 or 4, he's saying something like, I always thought it's just dreams. Okay, and now I start to think that this is something that really happened. And one of the drawings that we see in episode 9, I think, of season 1 is a crow breaking the window, just like it happened in season 3. So either Victor can see some dreams with the future, or once again we are in a repeating story that repeats itself almost to the letter. Like the last time Victor was a child, there was also a crow that broke the window. So now I'm a bit lost about this thing. So whatever you have, whatever ideas you have, I am more than open to listen to them. So yeah, let's move into the chat. This is what I enjoy in those live streams. I go through the chat, you write some things, I answer, I do something about it, whatever. I enjoy this process a lot, and hopefully you too. Hopefully you're having fun in this live stream. Hello, Dragonfly Julia. Hey, with Alice. Oh shit. Okay. Everybody, I was trying to understand, like I'm looking at the chat and I'm trying to understand like why everybody keeps saying to Bill to chill. Like there is somebody named Bill who is doing some mess in the live stream chat or something like this, and I can see that it's just Bill Chill. This is the username, and everybody's like, hey, Bill Chill, Bill Chill. Hey, with Alice. That's cool. I always wanted to create t-shirt for friends, but I'm not creative, lol. Yeah, I think this is related to my merch. Yeah, there is something like, I have this t-shirt, not this one. Okay, but this is a t-shirt you can see. Everybody who knows Lord of the Rings will know exactly what it is. I have also t-shirt, for example, of One Piece, the manga, the anime. And I really love it when I'm outside somewhere and somebody sees me and they're like, I see One Piece, I immediately know this is my friend. And I'm like, bro, fist bump. So I want something like this with From. And since I'm a YouTuber and blogger, why not to do something by myself? Something that can be also partially mine. So yeah. I've seen there are some purchases and people who buy, if you will send me like an image of you with the t-shirt, it would be very cool. That fallen tree was cool. I need to add it to my tattoo idea. If you're making the tattoo, I can actually connect you to the guy who made the design for me. Like I gave him the idea and he designed the tree and the crows and everything. If you need help, like whatever, like if you want, keep that option in your mind. Okay, I have theory writers used wordplay in episode 1. Norman is dead. Oh, you think that Norman is somebody's dad? Okay. Oh, I'm a member. First day here. That's so cool. Alexa, Gab, Alexa. You got a gift from Dieter. That's so cool. Welcome to the membership channel. You can check it out. I have some videos only for members. Usually, like, there is this type of videos that I know they are for hardcore people and not for the usual audience. Because for the wider audience, it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be some kind of an interview with a scientist or something like this, and we will discuss some probably boring shit. But somebody who is like really into something and they want to dig into the information, most of the times they will become like a sponsor on Patreon or here and become a member in YouTube. And because like they want everything, and I try to provide them something like is a shitty approach, because most of all I'm doing it for as many people as possible. Right, but also the people that support me financially, like I want to give them some appreciation. Obviously, like this is people that are doing something they don't have to do. Like if there is a new movie in theaters, you can probably look for, I don't know, some pirate version, but it's gonna be a shitty version, and if you want to watch it on a big screen, you're gonna have to pay some money, and you don't have any other option than that. Even if you want to stream it on some streaming service, you're gonna have to pay for the streaming service. Nobody has to pay shit to watch anything on YouTube, obviously. And people who do this and actually decide to support my channel, yeah, of course, I'm super appreciative of that. Of course, this is as an equivalent for the loudest applause possible. Like there was like somebody likes your video, this is like, dude, I enjoyed it. Somebody subscribed, this is like, come on, man, that was impressive. If somebody becomes like a sponsor, this is a standing ovation. This is basically, yeah, you are the greatest of the great, you are the GOAT, come on, applause, blah, blah, blah. This is at least how it feels. Probably not, this is not what you're thinking. Probably it's like, let's help this guy because I like his content, let's give him a helping hand. But for me, it feels like there is a standing ovation. So yeah, I want to do some content that is going to be only for those people, but I try to find this golden middle ground, so it's not gonna be a content that I'm saving for everybody else. Like what I want to do, for example, right now is in March, I want to do like a recap of every episode, not the usual, not the like the last time I did, more of a recap. More of this happened here, and this is where it went, and this is the town, and this is the little detail, and this is whatever. Not just like I did or something like this, and then I'm gonna post it on YouTube for everybody else. So like Patreons, will get like early access, and everybody else will watch it like that. That's all. So this is what I'm trying to say, and I think I'm putting way too much emphasis on my sponsorships and on my merch. It kind of sounds a little like live stream advertisement already. So yeah, this is not what I want you to feel on my live streams. Let's talk about TV shows. Godzilla 2014 was so good. The feeling, how big they made him look, slow pace, was very nicely done. I remember watching this movie in the cinema, in the theater, and it was a great experience. I don't know, I love it. Probably when I was a small kid, like I remember when I was 7, we were still living in Ukraine, and my mom, took me to vacation in Israel. And this is where I discovered Power Rangers first, because it was on their TV there, and in Ukraine it was not on TV, not even remotely. We didn't even know who the fuck Power Rangers are. And there, you know, like big monsters, big robots, and I fell in love with this TV show. We used to watch it a lot, and I wouldn't understand the shit because it was translated to Hebrew. And yeah, it was super cool. Probably since then, like, give me big monsters like this movie with Idris Elba and the other guy, Charlie something, when they were also fighting big monsters, kaiju. The second movie was a complete piece of shit, but the first one I really love. So yeah, I love those big monsters. Who is your favorite character? Maybe not one. If we're talking about from it's a very tight competition between Jade and Victor, but probably Jade. Jade is like, I absolutely love him. He's an asshole, but he gives me a more adjusted to human connection vibe of Sheldon Cooper. Like, he's also a genius, but he also smokes weed and drinks alcohol. So he's very fun like that. I've heard the dark side of the moon has many modern cities already. What? This is a wrong conspiracy. There's actually a Nazi base there. Hitler is still living there. Like, I'm usually very patient to people. Like, this is not a dig to you or something like this. This is just basically like, I know you're probably joking. Obviously, you're joking. I'm just saying that when I meet the people, when I see, usually they're online, those people, the people that, the earth is flat, we have never been on the moon, it's all a scam. I'm like, after that, how can you have a conversation with a person? This person is a lunatic usually. So yeah, and sometimes you can see like people, you just see like an actor, director, and then they're like, we have never been on the moon. Express my gratitude, because it doesn't matter what I do. Like, every video, everything else, anything that I put out there, I know there's at least one person who's gonna support it, and like, I don't know if I earned this. Honestly, like, it feels sometimes like, I mean, what did I do to earn that kind of a support? And thank you so much. Ankui Dieter, you are the best. Thank you so much for tagging everybody and on Discord, and everybody came here, and we're actually having a very interesting conversation. Hopefully for me it is, hopefully for you too. Okay, love the idea. Okay, love the idea. This is probably about doing this gathering once a week. Okay, I'm rewatching From as well, and I recently started season 2. Well, I have here, Dieter, I have here information. You're saying that you didn't gift anything to Gabriella, but it says to me, Ankui Dieter, welcome to Motivator. So you became a motivator, and I have sent 1 Geekademy gift memberships. So maybe you did by mistake. If yes, tell me how much was it and send me your PayPal, and I will refund you the money, because YouTube is not gonna do this. Julie B is showing too. I'm rewatching from my Discord through Scene Invaders. Yeah, I know you can live stream it in Discord, but I don't know. I tried a couple of times, and I didn't like the quality. And the internet in Georgia is kind of weak. Like, the strongest one is 100 megabytes, and I'm used to 1000. It's kind of, you can live with it. I managed to work for a living still with this internet, but live streams sometimes are a little bit troublesome. I need from now. Yeah, what I can promise you is more from content. From me, and hopefully soon we're gonna get some more information. I mean, this teaser was pretty weak, honestly. They released an image. I didn't even like analyze it as what's the continuation of characters looking at shit, and now they're just looking at other shit in a different angle. So hopefully soon we're gonna have some more food for thought. Yeah, so it's not going to be only recaps and theories and everything else, but it's also something new to discuss and to talk about. So I'm rewatching from, this was one I read already. I love the Lake of Tears drawing. Yeah, Ethan is a story walker also. Now, you're very confident about this. Maybe there is some input about this, like there are some hints about this, but I'm not 100% convinced. But if you want to convince me, I'm more than open to listen. What does it mean that Ethan is a stormtrooper? Weird. Does it mean? Maybe that's what I'm saying, but still not 100% convinced. Best week ever with all this surprise life. Hey everybody, your rewatch of From is good too. Catch up before season 4. Yes, I will do a recap. I want to do like a video that you can come back to even in a year from now. Your little one is so cute in background, excellent background music. My poor beloved. She's there by herself right now. I almost want to finish this live stream and go help her because he's crying right now. But he is the most adorable human being on the planet. I can just eat him alive. And every day is a struggle not to eat him because he's so adorable. He's like, one day I wake up early and I go to work and then I hear crying in the bedroom. He sleeps with us right now. And I go, like, I understand that he's waking up. So I'm thinking maybe I will go and grab him before he wakes up. Rina, my girlfriend slash wife, we're not officially married, but it's like 7 years together. Anyway, like, and I see him and she's awake already. And she's like saying to me, that he's been like for 5 minutes he's been pointing on my pillow where I sleep and crying like with a finger and crying. And as soon as he saw me, he just he stood up and on the bed ran towards me. And this was like by far the happiest moment of my life. Probably not okay, his birth also. But I got scared as shit when he was, when Rina was giving birth. I was supposed to be there, but then the doctors came in and they were like panicking. And I don't understand what the fuck is going on because they're not telling me anything. And then the nurses tell me, you get the fuck out of this room. And they say basically when he was going out, he got entangled in his umbilical cord. I don't know exactly the term in English, but everybody who's been through this process know, the one that you cut from here, from his belly button. So he basically, and he started to choke there. So when I got out, I'm not religious, but I started to pray. Like I'm like pray to everything that I can possibly think about, that everything's gonna be okay. And then I heard the crying. And then they let me in, and of course it was a euphoric moment. Like, God, thank you so much that he's okay. Yeah, this is not a moment that I will ever forget. But seeing him running towards me and like waking up and crying because daddy is not next to him, it was like, whew. I mean, everybody who's a father or a mother understands exactly what I'm saying right now. This is not something you can tell to somebody and they will, like, sorry, once again, we're jumping subject, but as I say to you, like, this is not the live stream of me talking about From. This is a live stream of me talking to you, and we can talk about everything. We can talk about life, work. If it doesn't have to be about me all the time, it can be about you. Since we all know each other and we see nicknames here that we actually recognize each other already, so why not make it a friendly conversation? We share a lot of interests, so we can talk also about our lives and the rest. What I was talking about, I forgot. So yeah. If I wasn't broke and in the middle of the war, I'd definitely order one of your From t-shirts. First of all, okay, we live in a very strange world when I need to ask you what war, because there are so many right now. But also regarding whatever it is, if I make it sound like I'm here telling you, come on, you support me, buy my t-shirts, become a member, fuck that. No, never. It always, if it comes from the heart and you have obviously financial freedom enough to do something like this, and never I forgot the fucking word. it's not neglect, but never disrespect, like oh, it's only $2, it's only, yeah, it's only $2, and then in a year it's $24, and then in 10 years it's $240, and for some people it's money that they can use on their family, on their whatever it is, doesn't really matter. I'm not into going into anybody's pocket. It's not like, oh, come on, it's just one cup of coffee. Well, maybe this is a person who needs a cup of coffee way more than support my fucking channel. So also, I'm working. I'm a freelance video editor. I have enough sources of income. I'm not gonna be hungry if nobody is gonna support me on YouTube. And yeah, it's good, it's nice, I very appreciate it a lot, but never, even in the slightest of the motherfucking slightest reasons, you not 100% sure that you want to support me by whatever amount. Don't, please don't. The last thing I want is for somebody to spend some money and then feel regret about this. Okay, never do this. Please, it's not gonna help me, it's just gonna make me feel bad. Okay, this is not why I do YouTube. If I was in a chase for money, I would do something entirely else. There are way more profitable areas to make money. People complain about From taking too long. Imagine those people watching One Piece. Imagine something in the length of One Piece with the setup of something like From, like the Mystery Box TV show, because One Piece is definitely not a mystery TV show. You have some mysteries there, but it's not a mystery box when you have like Lost style or Severance or From. Yeah, so probably people would kill already somebody. You need to give some answers to people. Yeah. Can't wait to see more of Martin. Yeah, we gotta see more Martin. Hopefully, look, they were saying to Iman Noizet in the interview that the first 3 seasons is like the prologue. This is the beginning of the end. Season 4, this is the beginning of the end. That's it. Every card is open, even though we still don't understand nothing in this TV show. But they were like reincarnation, believe in reincarnation bullshit. I'm not gonna believe it until the end. I will be hoping that this is all bullshit. Yeah, I hope that season 4 is definitely gonna be way more straightforward and not, let's talk about this, let's talk about that, let's talk about this, and let's talk about that, and let's catch a monster. And in the next episode, you know what? Let's not catch a monster. And hopefully season 4 will be way more straightforward. We're moving forward. We know whatever it is. And it's not going to be like, okay, now the Tabitha and Jade have visions and understand that they are reincarnations, but they will be sitting in their room and they will be like, I don't want to talk to anybody about this. I don't want to talk to anybody about this. I'm going to cry about Jim for 10 fucking episodes. And you guys just, try to keep deducing shit. I'm okay with it because this is also my job, sort of. Since we're talking also about profits, obviously From is the most profitable TV show for me as a YouTuber, also by far. But I also want to have fun with it, obviously. It's not like I'm trying to milk theories when I don't see any theories. Once again, if I'm doing my main job, my profit per time will be significantly more. So YouTube is just a combination of profits and fun and profits, mostly way more fun than profits. So yeah, I also don't want them to reveal everything, because maybe then it's gonna be like, oh, I like this moment and this moment I didn't like and this moment I like, and I really don't want to do those kind of reviews. This is boring for me. I don't want to watch those reviews. I don't want to do those reviews. Jade and Victor's are my favorite too. Okay. Hey, hello. Just popping in real quick to show support. Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you. Okay. The chat is jumping for me. Okay, maybe from my phone it's going to be easier. Okay, no jump cuts. Donna is my top characters. If your favorite character is Jade, just say Christopher to confuse people. I love your sense of humor. Hey Igor, hey, my top 5 characters: Jade, Victor, Donna, Boyd, Tabitha. I hope they all survive season 4. Now, some of you will probably will throw tomatoes at me right now and will call me names and will tell me that I'm a horrible person. But I have to say this. How hot is Tabitha? Huh? I mean, good Lord, give me those genes to look like that. I mean, not like that exactly, but to look so good at that age. I mean, she's over 40 and she is super beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, most of the men in the chat and some of the women will agree with me, I am pretty sure. Jade and Victor are probably too important to the story to die, and maybe also Tabitha and Boy, but I'm scared for Donna. Well, yeah, killing Donna will be a bold move. I mean, killing Jim was pretty bold move. I mean, Tian Chen, yeah, it was sad, but come on, she was like secondary to secondary character. She's not that important. But killing Jim was pretty bold, even though the moment in season 1, the moment when he was like, Tabitha was having visions in the, I almost said Lightroom, in the lighthouse, and she has seen Jim, you know, hanging from the ceiling and screaming, and then like she has a vision in a vision in a vision. So she has a vision that she's in a lighthouse, and in the lighthouse she has a vision of Jim, and then she has a vision of their car crash. So once again, I mean, what was that for? She has seen eaten toys there in the lighthouse, so it kind of feels like future. I mean, right? If Norman is there and etc. So if it's future, whatever it is, like why Jim is like hanging down, or it was just, you know, like screenwriters, you know, like, well, shit, you know, Jim is hanging down from the top and he's like screaming and there's a flashlight. Why there's a flashlight? Fuck it, I don't know. Let's put the flashlight there. I hope not. I hope there is a reason for this scene and hopefully we will see it. I mean, we have Katri is back, we have Tom Bartender is back. Maybe the actor who plays Jim is actually gonna come back also as a ghost. We have Abby who is back, sort of back. In the teaser, it looks to me that Tabitha is telling Victor that she's his mom. Where have you seen it in the teaser? Trailer probably comes out in about 2 weeks. Well, this is gonna be interesting. The last trailer, I was analyzing it for 40 minutes, I think. Yeah, I don't know if Ethan is a story walker. Maybe he's a story something. Since he is the one talking about story and about Norman and Lake of Tears and blah, 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 whatever it is, but maybe he's not a story walker, maybe he is story something else. What? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has a certain role there. My two screaming while I get a little time to myself and pretending not to hear. Oh, well, like, I saw this meme, say that you're a parent without saying that you're a parent. And I love this message. It was something like, I'm staying every day until 4 a.m. because I want a little bit of time for myself. And I was like, yeah, this is what happens every day for me, almost every day. I'm like, I go to the shower at like 2 a.m. and I just like put a phone somewhere. I put like Mentalist. This is my feel-good show. I love Mentalist. This is an old TV show if you don't know. It's about like, it's this crime solving TV show. I think I spoke about it before. I've seen it countless times. I just love this character, Patrick Jane. Funny, charismatic. This is just a feel-good TV show for me. It's supernatural also. I do reruns all the time. And I put it there and I just stand under hot water and then I will play some chess online in the bed and suddenly it's like 4 a.m. I'm like, fuck, almost time to wake up already. So yeah, the time for myself is very important. And the only thing, like, there's always in my mind, like, I have at least work. Like, I love my work. It can be annoying. Obviously, not every video that I make as a freelancer, I enjoy making it. But still, it's something that I enjoy to do, and I enjoy editing videos. I love to do this. If it's something more mechanical, I will put even some music to it. So I have this, and my wife, she doesn't even have that. She's like 24/7, and she needs to ask me, sorry, to go to the toilet. I mean, like, when they tell you that being a mother of a full-time job, it's a bullshit. It's way more. Full-time job is like 9 hours, and then you go back home and you watch some TV shows. And it's not like in the middle of the night you stand with a baby that doesn't want to sleep and you need it to go to sleep, and your nerves and everything is already completely out of the room. Already, you're like a half human being already. So yeah, I'm trying not to complain. Obviously, also only parents understand, and I know it sounds a little bit pretentious, and every time when I was not a parent, somebody would say to me something like, only parents understand. I would be like, oh, shut the fuck up, I can understand you, I don't have to be a parent to understand you. And then you become a parent and you realize every stereotypical, every sentence that was said to you is kind of true, because until you experience this, you don't really understand it fully. And yeah, it's very difficult to raise a child, but it's also super fulfilling. Like, this is the best days of my life. Even if I'm feeling like, oh my God, please go to sleep. Please go to sleep. I beg you. I will sacrifice a fucking sheep for you if it will make you sleep right now. Still, like, as I told you, those moments, the smiles and everything, it worth it. It kind of became like my propaganda for people to become parents. Yeah, whatever you want. I was talking about the war between Israel and US and Iran that started yesterday. I live in Israel. I grew up in Israel. I know about the war. Obviously, my family is still there. Hopefully, I'm trying not to bring those kind of topics. They're usually very inflammatory and people have a lot of feelings. Obviously, I'm very involved in this. My family is there. My friends are there. My wife, partially family, is still there. I grew up there. This is my place. From the age of 10 to 38, I was there. And hopefully, you know, I don't want to talk about the war. I just want to talk about Lord of the Rings. In the Lord of the Rings, in the appendices, there is, in the Hobbit story, there is a moment when Thrain, the king of the dwarves, he goes back to Moria, and he was already losing his mind. And when he goes back to Moria, the orcs are already leaving Moria. And Azog, the defiler, he kills him and he throws his head to the dwarves. I think they also, in the movie, which I'm not really a big fan of the movie, I love the Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Hobbit was okay-ish. And I really love this moment in the book when the son, I think, one of the dwarves, I don't remember, I read it while he's saying, this is something we cannot tolerate. And they go to war with the orcs and they kill Azog and they defeat the orcs, but they still cannot come back to Moria because Balrog is still there. Now, I just actually read it a couple of days ago. Tolkien in his letters wrote that he kind of has seen dwarves as Jews. You know, Tolkien, he was a devoted Christian, and Christianity and Judaism are pretty tight. Let's say they're both of those, let's call them mythologies, are very, very intertwined. And yeah, there is a lot of similarities there. Now, what I wanted to say is that when horrible things happen, I try to think, and war is always horrible, no matter on what side you are. It's always fucking horrible. And the last war with Iran, I was still in Israel, and I remember all of those missiles and everything. And if it wasn't for my son, I would still be there. But the only reason we left is because we want the safest place possible for our child. So yeah, like, I just hope that something good will come out of it. I mean, and let's move the topic, because yeah, like every time we start to talk about real life, people will get angry, you fucking Jew or something like this, blah blah blah, and whatever. Yo, you Muslim, we hate you. I don't like those conversations. This place is an escapism, and we like to escape to those places where we can all feel human. I mean, there is no nationalities in family. We all family, and this is what I love about escapism and about fantasy and about stories, and so etc etc etc. Okay. I wasn't discounting what you said when we were with the possibilities of ice on the moon, as well as the other possibilities some have said about the moon. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's not a possibility. I think they did discover ice on the moon already. I think this is already a fact. Now, I can be wrong. Once again, I'm not a scientist. I'm more of an enthusiast. And I like it. Welcome, Becky. Oh my God, we have a celebrity here in the live stream. We have Taran Mataru. Now, every time, especially in my Russian-speaking audience, people there's a saying in Russian, and it's horrible. It's like, basically, you put an owl on the globe. And the translation, the meaning of it is basically you try to make a theory out of something not real. Because I sometimes I will find whatever, like a face on the wall, and I will be like, this is a theory, this is a face on the wall, and people are like, come on, dude, it's just something, there's like two spots there and a nose, and your theories, or they will tell me like, well, your theories are way too intricate, there is no way it's all connected like this, and every time they say it to me, I'm like, dude, you don't know Taran. Like, if you will see Taran's theories and his Excel projects, like Microsoft Excel projects about this TV show, you will tell me, Igor, you're like basically nothing compared to that. Your theories is not. So Taran, the person behind the tarot card, the Beltuk, I think I can safely say a legend in Fromily. It's very nice to see you here. This is something actually, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit weird for somebody, but this is something I brag about. Like, we in Taran, we sometimes talk in Discord, and I'm like, this is like me throwing like a celebrity card. Me and Brad Pitt, we just meet sometimes, we smoke some cigs, we drink some wine, and I'm like, yeah, I'm talking. I always try to do this nonchalant way. Yeah, me talking to Taran, yeah, in Discord, Me and Taran, we talk sometimes, come on, not a big deal. And inside I'm like, yeah, this is a fucking big deal. And you should be jealous of me. I'm kidding, of course. But also a Russian saying, in every joke, there's a little joke. Everything else is just truth. Under therapy, I pose as much as I can without paying for anything. Whenever I get a job and things get better, I may buy some merch, then you definitely deserve it. Also, please, if you want to buy the merch, buy it for yourself. Buy it because you think the t-shirt is cool, the mug is cool, the design is cool, and you want something like this for yourself, and you want to go out with a t-shirt and somebody will be like, oh, you watch From, you craft theories, you and me are going to be friends. This is the reason. Don't buy it to support me. Come on. I'm here for you. This is not the other way around. If you want to support me, it's always welcome. But our relationships is one way. I'm here for you. I'm here to create a content to entertain you. So after a hard day at work, or after a hard day with a child, or after whatever it is, or if you want to unwind, you will have some good time with me analyzing theories about from. I'm here in service of you, not the other way around. Of course, your views and your support, whatever it is, helps me to create more. This is like, like a snowball. Okay, it gathers, it becomes bigger, bigger, and bigger. It's like, obviously, if I have more money, I have more time. If I have more support, even just positive words, it motivates me to make more video, obviously. But always, you are not here in service of me. I'm here in service of you. I'm an entertainer, and your job is to only enjoy my content. If my content is not good enough, that I didn't deserve anything, not a view, not a like, not whatever, not buying merch, whatever it is. And especially about merch, like only if you really like the design, if you think that it's kind of okay, but maybe I'm gonna buy it because I like the dude, just watch the videos. I think I used to finish my videos by saying, you watching the video until the end, this is the biggest support you can show me. Everything else is just a bonus. And I mean this. Okay, I make videos not to sell merch. I make videos for you to watch them from the beginning to the end and enjoy it. If this has happened, everything else is a bonus. If this didn't happen, you can let me know, where did I fuck up? And there is a saying also that like everything is a feedback. Everything that somebody says to you is a feedback. I try to take this approach in life. Like if somebody tells me, hey, you short, midget, big nose motherfucker, I hate your face and I hope you die, it's also feedback. I did something or I presented something that elicited that kind of emotion in somebody else. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is correct or that I have to change something in me. Okay, this is already something that is my freedom. And as a person who has only one lifetime, I try to be, or at least aspire to be, as free as possible. And I don't want to always react the way I was wired to react. So somebody tells me, you motherfucker, I would say, I am wired to say, no, you motherfucker, I hate you, no, you are the ugly one, fuck you, and everything else. This is something that's wired in me. Now, I can decide to react like that in a certain situation, but I try to always to come it from a point of decision and not an automatic response. So every feedback, if somebody tells me in my videos, oh, I fucking hate your accent, okay, this is a feedback and I need to consider it. Okay, is this something that I can do with this? Okay, is this something that's important to me enough? This person hates my accent. Okay, he's a nobody, he hates you, fuck him, whatever. Maybe, probably. Usually people that spew hate online, I wouldn't say most of the time they're not very happy people, but I don't give a shit about them. I give a shit about myself. And if somebody says something like that about my channel or about me, this is a feedback about me. Okay, now we can assess. I can say, okay, but a lot of people also say that they enjoy my accent and kind of add some kind of a flavor. So is it possible for me to completely erase my accent, hire maybe a dialect coach? Yeah, obviously. Is it something that worthwhile right now, my finances and the time that I have? No. So that way, okay, I'm just gonna ignore this dude and move on. Maybe somebody will tell to me like this editing was shitty as hell. Okay, this is something that I can fix. Is it affecting me? Yeah, obviously nobody wants to hear something bad about them. Or about what they do. I'm not like some kind of a stoic person that no matter what you say to me, I'm just gonna be like, oh, zen, I don't feel anything. Obviously, it's not fun to feel this, to hear and read those kind of things. But it's also, once again, if everything in your life, somebody tells you a compliment and you're like, somebody tells you something bad and you're angry, where is your freedom as human being in this? Like this, if like 90% of your reactions during the day or during your life is something that is wired in you, so you kind of like almost like ChatGPT or whatever, like a robot. There is an action and reaction, action and reaction. And all I'm saying is that I try to put as much as possible between action and reaction to make sure that I make my reaction based on thought and not on impulse. Not always succeeding, but at least try to. And I think it's a very healthy approach, and I advise it to everybody. Bigfoot coming season 4. Bigfoot combined with giant spider. I mean, after season 1, we don't get anything about spiders. I want some spiders. I mean, when they were talking about lullabies and they were singing the lullaby and there was this lullaby in season 2, I was like, okay, itsy bitsy spider, where the fuck it is? It has a lot of spider webs in season 1. So we need to have some kind of a giant spider. I want to see this. You're at your boyfriend's apartment till war is over. Stay safe. Stay safe. And every time there is this siren, you go to Miklat. Hi, Jen. Have you ever tried to solve... I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When I was talking about Terran and saying that he's on a completely different level. Geekademy, have you ever tried to solve the Princess Roxy or Rotten Clue on Mrs. Lu's board game? I have no idea what you're talking about. Please send me some messages or images in Discord because I would love to know what the hell are you talking about. What Mrs. Lu board game? Okay, we are live streaming for more than an hour and I want to wrap it up. I'm enjoying, but also I want to come back to a living and breathing wife. It's kind of important to me. I hope you understand. So let's run for the chat. Geekademy, do you think new people are going to arrive in something else than a car, like motorcycle, plane, helicopter? I think plane or helicopter would become very interesting. Okay, love that this live is on a reasonable hour for me here in the UK. Yeah, Taryn, I'm old, like 50% of my audience is from United States. So I usually try to accommodate to them. But it's a big difference. Now I live in Georgia, the country, not United States, not the state. And I used to live stream at 10 and a half p.m. Israel time. And Georgia have 2-hour difference. And it was morning in United States. 10 and a half p.m. Israel time is like early morning in most of the United States. And now 10 and a half p.m. in Georgia, it's like 8 and a half p.m. in Israel. So it's probably nobody is awake in United States yet. So maybe I will try different times. Sometimes Europe, sometimes United States / Australia, New Zealand. Yeah, but I'm happy that you're happy. I'm exhausted from today. 2 boys, very active. I have only one and I would love another one. Definitely check out Terran's amazing book. I'm still waiting for a signed one. Darren, where is my signed book? I mean, how can you send one if I'm changing location every half a year? But yeah, I would definitely right now, I'm like trying to be as light as possible because we're not going to stay in Georgia forever. We're looking for options and I don't want to carry as much weight as possible. So meanwhile, I'm not buying books. I'm not buying almost anything that can be, heavy. I'm in New York and it's 2:18 p.m. Well, United States is a pretty big country and I'm pretty stupid. So yeah, I was wrong. So yeah, in United States, some locations it's 2:18. Dream of mine to visit New York, but since it's far away, like my biggest dream was to visit New Zealand and it's 22 hours flight. like 2 flights, and I knew that you cannot go to New Zealand for half an hour. So I flew there for 3 weeks, and United States, if I'm gonna go there, it's gonna be a month and a half at least, because I don't want to see New York. I want to see New York and California, and I want to see Texas. I want to see as much as possible. I want to do like an epic road trip. Yeah, hopefully this is something that's going to be possible financially. Right now it's a bit difficult visiting United States, I think, even as a tourist, with immigration and everything, and I'm like not exactly, but the main reason is small child. I mean, being once again with a small child in a plane for 12 hours, I'm not think I'm ready for that adventure yet. When we got separated, like we flew to Georgia like almost a year ago just to check the country to see if we like it. Because in Georgia you can stay as a tourist for 1 year, and this is a very big advantage. Great food, amazing food in Georgia. Like, I don't know how I'm still not fat. This is just something in my genes. Like, I eat, and I need to eat 6 times a day just to grow to grow a little bit. And very hospitable people, amazing mountains. I just wait for it to be a little warmer so we can start explore the country. And after that, we were supposed to go to Russia because my wife, she's Russian born, and she needed to do some bureaucracy things like passport and everything. I've told the story in live streams already a couple of times. People probably know this already. And we got separated because I'm Ukrainian born and also an Israeli. And when my wife was, when I got detained there in the customs, my wife, she was standing with our child, and she was waiting, and she heard some people going, like some people on the customs, and they were saying something like, he has both Ukrainian and Israeli citizenship, and he still wants something from us. Let him thank God that he's still alive. So she got really panicky. She started to cry, and she got in. They let her go in, and if not for her, I don't know what would happen there. But she basically negotiated them for me she bought a ticket for me to Dubai, and I came back to Dubai, and blah, 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 whatever story. And once again, I forgot why I even started this story. I remembered. What I'm saying is that when we got reunited, she had to finish all the things in Russia, so we were separated for 2 months, and then that was the first war between Israel and Iran. And as soon as the war was finished, I flew to Georgia, and she flew to Georgia, and we met there. So she took the plane with a child by herself for 3 hours. This is a 3-hour flight, and when she landed, she was exhausted. Even though half of the flight he was asleep. So think about flying to United States, like an 11, 12-hour flight with a child. I don't think we would survive. So hopefully when he's going to be a little bit older and a little bit more independent and understanding of what's going on, like why is the plane shaking, or why there's noise, and why there's no boob right now. So maybe later. Like, there's 2 big locations that I need to visit in my lifetime. I want to see as much as possible from the world, but there are 2 locations that I haven't been to and I really want to visit, is United States and Japan. Like, this is like big V's that I need to put in my life, and it's not going to be a week or a couple of days. Like, I need at least a couple of weeks in every country just to feel it. Okay, so yeah, we are okay. Of course, we're okay. I'm not angry. I think they took my phone there, and they saw some messages, and I wouldn't say that I would recommend this experience to anybody, but I also say it could be way, way worse. I think one of the most the best thing that happened there is that I don't really have Ukrainian citizenship because I left there when I was 10 years old, and the only citizenship that I have is the Israeli one. And they probably didn't want any trouble with Israeli government, and they just told me fuck off from the country. But they didn't lay a finger on me. I was nervous they're gonna put some drugs maybe in my bag just to make an arrest, whatever. But they just probably didn't want to do anything with me. And you know what? In any country, if you come to this country and you have messages in your phone that are saying very bad things about your country's army, whatever it is, I don't expect to be treated like a royalty. They were saying some pretty bad shit to me. Like what I want to say is like, do I think it's right? It's a good thing to take somebody's phone, check it, and then almost force this person to sign the papers that you give permission to check your phone, because if you're not gonna sign, you're probably gonna be, you know what's gonna happen to you. Yeah, obviously no. But also taking all this into consideration, it could be way worse. So, and some of the people that were there were really respectful, were really professional, even though like they really didn't have to be, knowing how I feel about their current leadership and what their army is doing in Ukraine. So, so yeah, it's just, it all boils down to the same stupid shit that humanity still can't understand. You cannot, conclude a person based on one thing. If somebody is, I don't know, Jewish, he's not only about money. If somebody who is Muslim, he's not all necessary about blowing up himself while screaming Allahu Akbar. If somebody is American, it doesn't necessarily mean he's a stupid person that doesn't know that Paris is not a capital of Europe. If whatever, I can continue, go on and on. If somebody who is in a Russian army doesn't mean he's a horrible person. It's just, there are people and there are less than people. And everything else is just, it's just hoping like this. I'm always trying to look at the brighter side of things. First of all, like, I know what it's like now, what's not to be next to my family. And it's a shitty feeling, and I never want to experience it again. Okay? And as a lot of young parents can tell you, sometimes you feel like, oh, I wish I would be alone right now. I wish I would like have a week for myself. And now I don't. I don't want to have a week for myself. I don't want to have a day for myself. I want to be next to my family every day. Could I find myself beaten up and in Russian jail? Yeah, it was possible, obviously. And when I was interrogated in a dark room with 6 people, and I'm by myself, and all 6 of them are like thrice my size, not twice, thrice my size, and some of them would pace nervously from one point of the room to another, like they were being really annoyed by the fact that they cannot hurt me. Yeah, it's not a very pleasant experience, but simultaneously, it could be way worse. So yeah, well, thank you so much. You can see, like, one of the reasons why I want to do those live streams is because I love to talk to you people. You make it so easy. You're interested in the shit that I'm saying to you, and it's very humbling and also motivating, and also like it boosts my ego. Obviously, I'm like, oh, look how interesting I am. People listen to me, yeah. So I can do this probably for hours and hours and hours and hours. And just put in your diaries next week, probably the same time. Let's gather again. Let's watch some TV shows during this week. Let's find some topics to discuss about you, about me. So we'll make it like like our thing. Let's just hang out. I don't think I can say it any better than this. Let's just hang out once a week. It doesn't have to be, it's like 1 hour, an hour and a half a week. I think everybody can find this time to spend some time with people that we like. Oh, The Vanished is over already. I still have seen only one episode. It started. It started not bad. I wouldn't say like super good, but I didn't even continue watching it. I mean, I don't have time. I don't. I wish I had time to watch and analyze something. And now, since there is war in Israel right now, and I most of my clientele that I edit videos from are from Israel, so I'm probably not gonna have a lot of work right now, which will give me way more free time to do some YouTube videos. So hopefully you will see way more content right now. Anyway, thank you all so much for visiting. I want to go and help my wife, and I want to spend some time with my son. And you are correct that Tabitha is hot. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm a guy. I really am. And I want to always be, be in good tact, and I don't want to disrespect women. Obviously not. I cherish women in my life. But I don't think that saying that somebody's hot is somehow disrespectful. I mean, the actress is extremely beautiful, and she's also very sexy. And it's okay. I don't know, it's something bad if somebody is really attractive. Anyway, well, how can you navigate in life without critical thinking? I mean, critical thinking is something necessary. I'm just saying, like, we live in the age of AI right now. And we all know something about bias confirmation. Probably all of us heard about this. Like, let's say, I don't want to, once again, real life politics, but let's say I'm an orc in Mordor, and there's a video about Gondorian people, men, whatever, doing some evil shit to orcs, and they're like, go into the town and they slaughter orcs. Like, I'm not gonna even check whether it's AI or not AI. I'm just gonna be like, these fucking Gondorian people, I hate them. This is confirming that I hate them for a reason. There is a reason why I hate them. This is confirmation. And if it's the other way around and Gondorian people are looking at orcs and they're like, oh my god, there is a video of orcs. All of the orcs are the same. I knew it. I know why I hate all the orcs. So critical thinking now, in the age of AI, when AI starts to look a lot like real videos. I mean, in this sphere, and there are times that I cannot even see the difference between AI and real videos. Sometimes it takes me a lot of actually time to find, okay, this is AI. Critical thinking is extremely necessary if you want to live in a world that resembles the truth. Okay, and to always ask yourself, like, there is this guy, and I'm gonna say the story, and I'm gonna finish this story with this first story, and I'm gonna say goodbye, good evening, good night, good day, whatever it is. So there is this YouTuber, Daniel Green, and he's a fantasy YouTuber, and I used to love his channel a lot, and then I kind of got annoyed from his channel. He became preachy and very political, and it's just not something I was looking for his channel. Like, everybody's entitled for this political opinion, don't get me wrong, but also I'm entitled not to watch it. And then about a half a year ago, there was a story. Some girl basically posted a video that he raped her. Sorry, YouTube, don't ban me. He raped her. I mean, like, stupid rules. Like, everybody still understand what I'm saying, but you have to say raped. And she's posted some images and whatever it is, and it looked pretty deeming. So I'm like, yeah. And I jumped on the hate wagon like right away. I wasn't checking anything. I wasn't like, yeah, this is convincing to me. He did it. Fuck this guy. We need to cancel his YouTube channel. We'll do whatever I can. And whatever, he's not gonna get out of this. And it took him a couple of days, and he gathered information, and he talked to lawyers, and he talked to PR agency, because obviously this is his livelihood. And then he presented his case. And in his case, it was without a doubt, without like a little bit of reasonable doubt, he was guilty in being a cheater. He cheated on his fiancée. And this is between him and her. If she forgave him, who am I to tell that she's wrong? But he was definitely not doing anything more than that. And then I was like, this is a big lesson for me, what I took to myself. This is right now, every time I jump to any conclusion about anything, and we're already talking about a lot of things that not, all I'm saying is that we live in a world right now, and this is like, I think I'm even asking you to do this. Every time you're presented with some information, some video, and you feel that this elicits in you some very strong emotion, ask yourself if it's not a confirmation bias. We all hold some beliefs. We all like something. We all don't. There is something that we don't like. Recheck it. All I'm saying, just recheck it. Daniel Green, yeah, he's a blogger. Like, just if you, I didn't like this guy at this point, and as soon as somebody accused him in this horrible act, in this horrible crime, that everybody who does this needs to be buried under 7 floors of a prison. If not something even worse than that. Like Ricky Gervais said, why we kill people that kill people, but people who rape and kill people, we just kill people? Shouldn't we also rape and kill those motherfuckers too? I mean, he was joking, but there is logic behind, because like, you can justify killing somebody in self-defense, in whatever it is. Rape is the most horrible crime there is. There is no justification for this, nothing. Okay, people who do something like this, they need to be... Well, the BAFTA thing was annoyed the shit out of me. Oh my God. Look, I'm not going to pretend that I know the first thing about being black in the United States. Obviously, I'm not. I don't know the experience. I don't know what feelings it can arise in somebody who's like here in this horrible world. But also, once again, critical thinking. Do some discovery. How Tourette syndrome works. Let me ask you like this. We're talking about the BAFTA incident. There was a guy who had the Tourette syndrome, and he has, I think, coprolalia. Coprolalia is basically, it forces you to scream inappropriate words and to say those words. Now, people who criticize him because he said the N-word because he was thinking it. Which means in his mind, he see 2 black actors getting an award and he thinking the N-word. Which means he's a horrible fucking person. And if it was the truth, they would be right. But you don't need, once again, to be a scientist to do some research and understand that if you are in a company of Jews, what would be the worst thing to say to them? If you are in a company of Muslims, what would be the worst thing to say to them? If you're in a company of a little person, what would be the worst possible thing that you can say to those people? If you're in a company of black people, what would be the worst thing that you can say to those person? If you have knowledge of this in your head, if you, what on top of that would have a coprolalia, Tourette syndrome, this is what would make you scream those things. It doesn't reflect person opinions and beliefs. It just doesn't. It's your brain needs this, you know, like this charge, and he's looking for something completely inappropriate. So think about it. It's like, it's when you think it, don't say this because this is going to be the most horrible thing to say. This is what happens in their brain. Okay. And it's not because they want to, because they understand that this is the most horrible. And if you understand, just like I asked you, and when I was asking you, if you had some words in your head, you would be screaming them at those people if you had coprolalia. So this is a disability, and the whole purpose of this movie and this guy being there. Now, once again, the criticism towards BAFTA not editing this shit, legit. The criticism to the organization, whatever it is, legit as fuck. And obviously, as I say to you, I'm a white guy. Yeah, I'm Jewish, and there's a lot of hate towards Jewish for 30 million years already. But still, this is one experience, and being black in America is a different experience. And I'm not going to pretend that I understand it. But once again, context is very important. This poor guy who probably felt like this is like his whole world is ruined. He doesn't deserve the hate, and he doesn't deserve Jamie fucking Foxx saying that he meant it. You stupid motherfucker. You are a person with a huge platform and a lot of people who listen to you, saying that he meant it without checking anything. What the fuck was that? I really, like, in this moment, I love Jamie Foxx as an actor, but at this moment, I really hated them. Because this is a disabled guy, and you doing something like this is horrible damage to this whole community of people who has Tourette's. And kudos and hats off to super professionalism by Michael B. Jordan and the other actor, I forgot his name, I'm really sorry about it, but that was their... This is how you behave, and obviously not something like, once again, context, but you want to be angry at BAFTA, be angry at BAFTA, but saying that this guy meant it without doing your due diligence, without checking what the fuck is coprolalia and how it works. I mean, if you're a random commentator in Instagram, everybody is stupid there, but whatever. But if you're Jamie fucking Foxx and millions of people are reading your opinion and they take in like something that shapes their opinion, you should do better than that. Anyway, this was like a monologue that was not really necessary, I think. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We talked a little bit about From and a lot about everything else, and I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully next time, and vote for me for the President of the United States in 2028. It almost felt like I'm already running for office today with all of my monologues. So yeah, I love you guys and girls. I love you for spending time with me. Thank you so much, and I see you in live stream next week, and tune in, because if nothing extraordinary is going to happen, tomorrow there's going to be a video, and hopefully the day after tomorrow, and hopefully after that, and after that, and we're going to have a very interesting time until